everyone. This is Marie Manucherry. It is Thursday, October 8th here in the Northwest. I just got back from the radio show. Thursday is my happy morning place going into the studio. In fact, just kind of roll out of bed, throw on some clothes and drive the 30 to 40 minutes it takes to get to the studio. If you've never listened to the program, I highly recommend that you do. There's a link on my website at energyintuitive.com, or you can always go to the radio show's website, 1150 AM KKNW, and they showcase all of the hosts that are there on the program. I answer calls from people around the world who call in and have questions. They could be health related, they could be work related, they could be spiritual related, and we take the time to enjoy that person for the few moments we have them on the air and to answer their questions. Energetically, I draw out everyone's energy. Anyway, I just returned, and I thought I would talk to you about an interesting topic that I've been sharing with my online students, and that's about when you communicate with the universe, that there are certain words you need to avoid, because time is a human man-made phenomenon. It doesn't really exist. Scientists would tell you that energy, this is what Einstein taught all of us, energy cannot be destroyed or created. It's all been created. All the energy that will ever be around has been created. When we start to use time, then we're not in the energetic persuasion, if you will. That's why the universe doesn't really communicate through time, how, what, where, when, or why. It communicates through energetic awareness and consciousness. So when you're communicating with the divine, your spirit guides, your loved ones, please avoid these words: how, what, where, when, and why. And I know that's challenging because the human mind constantly looks at these words and is trying to get answers. Yet, if you've listened to me for a while, you know that I'm not a fan of using your brain to get resolution or to move positively in the world unless you're present. When you're present in the moment, that's not a time element either. You're present. Like right now, I'm sitting in a chair, I put some lipstick on, I'm in my office where I do energy work, and I'm having a moment with you. Anything that's happened in the past is not a part of this moment. Anything that is going to happen moments from the time that I finish the video has nothing to do with this moment. To be present really means to be super, super present. It's not about how, what, where, when, or why. It's about now. And I want your mind to return to the present moment over and over again. Now, what's going on? Now, what's going on? Now, where am I? This is what I do. All day long, I bring myself back to the present moment. Now what's happening? Now what am I doing? And the present moment for many people, and especially if you're beginning to experience the present moment, it's kind of boring. It's not dramatic like all the language that your brain is expressing to you all the time. Most of our brains are thinking about something historical, even 10, 15, 20 years ago. Our brain is still thinking about things that are done, over with, you can't change, completed. Yet we're trying to rationalize them in some way or change them in some way, I guess. That's why we're processing and analyzing historical information that is meaningless. The same is about the future. The future has not yet to be created. Its potential is amazing. When you're using your mind to analyze and process the future, you're in negative, fearful thinking. You're in anxiety. And then you're sending that energy to your future. So the same is true when you're communicating with the universe. If you need an answer, a solution, some help, you're going to have to avoid those 5 words: how, what, where, when, or why, because the universe doesn't know what that means. The universe lives in the authenticity of time, that it doesn't exist. Time doesn't matter. Nothing can be destroyed or created in terms of energy. And what we really want to do is bring energy into our life in a particular way that allows us to have the experiences that we want. So it's not a linear experience. It has nothing to do with time. So I want you to start getting comfortable asking questions that will give you the energetic solution. There could even be a resolution that would fulfill your need to know the when category, but it's not going to be communicated to you in a linear way. It can't, because Time doesn't exist. It's a man-made phenomenon. So you want to ask questions using these words. Please express to me whatever's in my highest good about, and then you fill in the blank. So if I were going to ask questions about maybe going to visit one of my children who doesn't live in Washington State, my daughter Misha lives in Oklahoma, I wouldn't ask, when should I go visit Misha? Would it be good for me to go visit Misha? Should Misha come back when should Misha come visit me? I'm not using how, what, where, when, or why. How should I travel to Oklahoma? I'm not going to ask it that way. I'm going to ask, please express to me whatever's in my highest good about spending time with Misha. You need to get in the practice of taking out your perception of linear reality, because it doesn't exist. This is not a race, your journey here on earth. It's an experience. There's really no time element. Your soul doesn't care when you figure something out. It doesn't matter if you figure it out tomorrow or 1,000 years from now. It's the joy of the traveling that you're doing, the experiences that you're having. That's actually more important, instead of when it will happen or how it will happen or where it will happen. Those things don't matter to the universe or your higher self. Your spiritual aspect doesn't care about that. So if you want answers, and you deserve them, and solutions, you're going to have to get comfortable with using the term highest good or higher self. The brain doesn't know what that language means. It doesn't make any sense to the brain. Highest good, it doesn't know what that means, because the brain is a linear tool. So when you use the phrase, like, please express to me what would be my highest good regarding spending time with Misha, the brain won't try to give you an answer, because it doesn't understand highest good, which is great. That's fantastic. It becomes quiet, dormant. It rests for a bit, so you can have an energetic answer. And when I asked that question, I saw Halloween. I saw pumpkins in my mind, which is a time element. Halloween happens once a year. It's a few weeks from now. I saw kids trick-or-treating, which probably not a lot of trick-or-treating is going to be happening in the United States this year. And I saw happiness. It's one of my favorite holidays. So I booked a flight to travel to Oklahoma during Halloween. That's how you get answers. That's how you get solutions. You may see something. You may hear something. You may feel something. It's going to be energetic, not logical. And do your very best not to allow your logical mind to interrupt your energetic knowingness, your higher self, your consciousness. Practice this technique. Remember, time is an illusion. It doesn't really exist. You can look it up in any science resource that you want. It will be documented scientifically that time is a man-made phenomenon. Have a great day, and good luck with your intuition. Bye-bye.